if you want to worship God, worship humanity. God resides in me, God resides in you. So that's what we are doing. Yeah.
And obviously you're saying future generations, and I think you guys are the future generation at the moment for Punjab. I mean, just for people like me, or people for the likes of my children, because as I was saying, that we all feel so engrossed, we feel so a much part of the issues, the part of the situation, ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੂਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਾਂ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਸਮੁੰਦਰੋਂ ਪਾਰ ਬੈਠੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਰਜੀ ਬੈਠੇ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੱਟ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਰਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ. So I was going to say, you know, you are the future of Punjab, or the future of India. Let's say future of India, because it's not just a Punjab fight, is it?
Yeah,
Explain to me in the most commonest way, what is the problem? You know, there's 3 bills we keep on hearing about. What are the bills, and just so that people of maybe my understanding or English speaking can actually understand what are the issues.
See, basically, mota mota मैं तानु दसांगी, because everybody knows about the 3 bills now. So, and also you have addressed it ki ho raha hai, why we are fighting for it, and people, they are sitting in the abroads. It's beautiful, to see and to know that they have not forgotten their roots, and they're so attached to it. They cannot see us in pain, or sitting there, their grandparents are sitting there. बहुत सारे इदां दे भी होने उत्थे बैठे जिन्हां दे पेरेंट्स ने those who have sold their ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ बेच के, lands बेच के अपने बच्चों ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਪੜਨ ਲਈ, to have to see their children, to have their, every day, worrying for their good future, your healthy future. So what is happening here in India? It's not new to us. It's just that this video has gone viral. My message has gone viral because this main media, the news media, which we talk about, the channels which you see there, they have never shown our plight, the plight of the poor, the plight of the, labor class, the bounded laborers, the kisan. They have never shown that. So today, this issue has, taken a global light. It has come to a light, and we are very grateful to the people sitting outside, overseas. They have supported us. We are very thankful to them also. And your basic point was that this bill. If you see this bill, earlier किसान तो पहला भी परेशान सीगा ना, किसान ਲਈ ਤੇ ਕਦੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਸ ਦੇਸ਼ ਨੇ. To see is, if you see देश as in ki from 2014, if you talk about onwards 2014 ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਕਿਸਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਖਰਾਬ ਸੀਗੀ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੋਰ ਬੱਤਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ. We were hoping that this government will come, ਜਿਹਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵਾਅਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਈ ਸੀ. It will do something good, our prime minister says make in India, digital India, wish guru, we'll give 2 crores jobs. We have done so much, we have a good relations with the neighboring countries. And we see what we are going through. We don't have jobs. We are jobless. Unemployment rate, you can see. We don't have, resources. Our institutions, our universities are set on the target. If you see JNU, you see AMU University. Now I'm from Delhi University. So the fake high system, you might have, got this little bit information from the social networking sites, but main media will never address these issues, because I'll tell you, this main media is totally sold. Few of the channels are being sponsored by BJP, or others are being, bought by the Ambanis and Adanis. So where we will go? So these farmers issues, I'll come here on the farmers issues. So what farmers are going through? ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਉਹ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬੇਵਕੂਫ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ farmers are not aware of the facts, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੰਨਾ pain ਹੈਗਾ. ਉਹ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਇੰਨੀ, we are sleeping, in our cozy ਬਿਸਤਰ, cozy cocoons, ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਾਂ ਘਰੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਸੋ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਵੇਰੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਹਾਰਡ ਵਰਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ. And if we are not speaking for them, it means we are not true to them, true to not the food providers, our farmers. ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕੋਟ ਵਾਇਰਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਆ, we ate today, we must thank them. So ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਿੱਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਉਹ ਅਵੇਅਰਨੈਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅੱਜ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਬਿੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੇਵਕੂਫ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ. What is that contractual system? ਤੁਸੀਂ contractual system, ਇੱਕ ਬਿੱਲ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ contractual system ਹੋਏਗਾ. ਦੂਜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ MSP, the responsibility, we are not going to take the responsibility of MSP, that minimum support price. And then the other thing was mandi, free mandi hoegi, free market, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ you can sell ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਉਹ ਹੈਗਾ purchase, ਜੋ ਵੀ produce ਹੈਗਾ, you can sell wherever you want to go. These are all our jumlas. These are the strategies of BJP if we'll understand of this present government. क्यों छोटा फार्मर हैगा, ਤੁਸੀਂ देखो एक छोटा फार्मर है, ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਰੇਗਾ, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੇਚੇਗਾ, where he'll go, ਇੰਨੇ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੁੱਟ ਕੇ ਤਰਤਾ ਹੈ। ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵਾਲਮਾਰਟਸ, here in India we have big bazaars ਔਰ ਦੂਜੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਮੋਟੇ ਮਾਰਟਸ ਹੈਗੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ if you'll see, if you'll go to purchase ਆਲੂ ਨਾ, ਬੇਸਿਕ ਆਲੂ ਜਿਹੜਾ 10-20 ਰੁਪਏ ਕਿਲੋ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹੀ ਆਲੂ ਅੱਛੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਚ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ 40 ਰੁਪਏ 50 ਰੁਪਏ kg, ਉਹੀ ਆਲੂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ 5-6 ਰੁਪਏ ਚ ਵੇਚ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਕੀਮਤ ਇੰਨੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, if you'll see, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ। ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਿਆ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫਰਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ 7,000 ਮੰਡੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, we have 7,000 mandis. So and the law says we need to have 42,000 mandis across our country. So we don't have. ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਪਰਪਸ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਮੰਡੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਪੈਸਾ ਲਗਾਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਪਰੋਵਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰੇ, they should improvise those mandiyas, they should fund, ਦੇ ਕੇ उन मंडियों ਦੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਕਰਨਾ। It's not doing that because government at the end don't want to take any responsibility. And that also in that bill, that death notice, if you have seen that, if a kisan, but strategically ਜਿਹੜੇ corporate sectors ਵਾਲੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨਾ, you need to see this, what they do, ਇਹ ਫਸਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਫਾਰਮਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਫਸਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਭੋਲੇ ਫਾਰਮਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਲਾਅ ਚ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਉਹ ਇੰਨੇ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਸਾਈਨ ਕਰਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ। ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਇਟਸੈਲਫ ਸਿੰਘ ਉੱਥੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਲਾਅ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਟਰੈਕਚੁਅਲ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ you cannot approach court. Right. You're just middleman. You need to find the middleman and you need to approach that. You cannot approach the court. So basically, if you cannot approach the court, your problem is not sorted. ਉਹ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਬਣਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ, ਹਾਈਜੈਕ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਜਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਦਿਸ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਟ ਮਾਈਂਡਸ ਆਰ ਵੈਰੀ ਸਮਾਰਟ, so they can make farmers fools easily. So that's what their strategy is ਕਿ ਹਰ ਤਰਫ ਤੋਂ ਫਸਾ ਦੋ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਟ, ਸਾਰੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਨਲਿਮਿਟਿਡ ਸਟਾਕਿੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। So what basically these big, corporate houses are going to do, industrial is going to do, they're going to, purchase their produce, as much as they want, and they're going to store it. ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੁਰੇ ਦੌਰ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ, in India we're in a very bad phase of recession. You won't realize it because half of the news doesn't reach you. So ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਬੁਰੇ ਦੌਰ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੈਗੇ। So what they're going to do, वो ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰਿਸਟੋਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੈਣਗੇ, ਇਹ ਅੰਬਾਨੀ ਅਡਾਨੀ ਜੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਅਲਿਸਟ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ, this time ऐसे कोई हालात आएंगे देश से, this time ऐसा कोई मौका आएगा where साढ़े को resources नहीं हैगे या produce नहीं हैगा, they are gonna come and जेड़ा produce stock करके रखे उन्होंने ला के market ਵਿੱਚ बेचेंगे high prices पे। सोचो वो high prices पे बेचेंगे तो farmer बेचारा अपनी MSP भी नहीं लेगा क्योंकि वो surety नहीं दे रहे। So we are requesting them. So I'm just cutting it short. We are requesting them. Whatever you're saying from your mouth that we are going to give you MSP, वो तो है ही, वो तो नहीं जाएगा. We don't want these jumlas because you have lied enough. You have lied enough. You have lied to the youth. You have lied to the farmers, to the laborers. I mean, like to every citizen of this country. So we don't want any more to, same thing, our farmers should suffer again. They are already, suffering from the big loans they have taken. So everything is, yeah.
Right. No, thank you. That's Dr. Ritu, where does the chief ministers of these states, first things first, this is not just a Punjab fight. This is not a Jat fight. This is not a Sikh fight. This is a fight for the farmers. And the farmers employ, or the farmers, with the farmers, there's so many other people attached. They're the people who buy the crops off them, the laborers, as you've mentioned. So coming back to my point was, Captain Amrinder Singh is the chief minister of Punjab, right? So when the BJP, the Modi government must have started this documentation, I'm sure they must have consulted him. They must have spoke to him. He must have signed it. Where is he now? Where is he now? Or does that go bypass all over him?
Yes, they have bypassed everything. So that's what they are doing. That's what they are doing. Manmani sarkar jinu kehde hain, jo man aaya wo kar lena. Because I am not a person of Congress that I'm protecting Congress face. So I'm just a social activist. But I'm saying that there are two houses here, in Parliament, and few of the members from the one house, which is BJP supporters also, they were also against this bill. And the other opposite parties were also opposing this bill. But they overlooked everything, hear everything, and they passed it. वो कहते हैं ना अपना ही को करके मनमानी करके अपना वो आई एम नॉट एबल टू पुट इट इनटू वर्ड्स एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स बट वो अपना खून गरम या अपनी सो कॉल्ड दिखा करके वी आर सो मच इनटू मेजॉरिटी पावरफुल सो व्हाटएवर वी आर गोना डू वही होएगा जो ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ
dictatorship is that what you
dictatorship
the word
you can yeah
that's
perfect
the word you're looking for
yeah
dictatorship we will
yeah
do
yeah
what
yeah
we
that's
want
what
and we're
our prime minister is known for so
right
that's what they have done and basically ਇੱਕ term ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਦਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਵਸਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ benefit of the crisis so nowadays we are the global crisis this COVID-19 the corona pandemic we all are suffering from it so what this government is doing is taking full advantage and benefit of this pandemic this because people we cannot move out we cannot go to protest because they are putting that 144 dhara la dende ne utthe कि you cannot go out and protest you cannot go on the street so ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਗਲਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ not only with the farmers ਇਹ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ JNU ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਹੋਏ NRC CA ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੰਗ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ so we were protesting for that last year if you see but everyone protest pura khatam karta because of corona pandemic but when BJP wants to have rallies ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਰੈਲੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਅਦਰ ਏਜੰਡਾਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਨਮਾਨੀ ਡਿਕਟੇਟਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਨਾਲ ਪਾਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਪੈਂਡੇਮਿਕ ਚ ਆਪਦਾ ਨੂੰ ਅਵਸਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ everything they have done it so basically in India if you see COVID-19 is not a physical problem it's not a physical disease it has become a political problem political disease corona is a political problem here in India so problem or disease
they actually used the coronavirus to pass these bills and thought quietly
of course
get them under the radar and get it
हाँ एकदम लेकिन वो भुल गए लेकिन I tell you वो भुल गए ये चीज की केड़ी कौम नाल पंगा ले रहे सी again I'm reiterating but I'm not targeting one particular community it's just that these people are more aware and the kind of support globally this particular Kisan Andolan has got that's it's beautiful it's the exuberant energy it's unreal if you'll see the sense of belongingness the community feeling and students students from different university like students like scholars like us activists like us all are there with the farmers because ਹੁਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਓਗੇ in India it's minus which temperature ਹੈਗਾ it's so cold and they're sleeping on the roadside tractor ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨੀ ਠੰਡੀ ਹਵਾ ਹੈਗੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹ ਗੰਦਗੀ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੱਛਰ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ but that enthusiasm that we are not going to let this government win ਔਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਨਮਾਨੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ so we are on the roads and fighting for our right and dignity
that's the other thing that sitting here sort of ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ well mere sochan de mutabik and a lot of people are sending their message in thank you keep your messages coming in but I've got a lot of questions to ask as well but I will ask your questions forward and everybody Dr. Ritu is showing their support for you so there's a lot of people sending their messages in so I think you're building a big fan following here and who knows maybe we'll see you on the political scene soon as a chief minister of Punjab we're wishing you all the best wish you all the best. Anyway, sorry, coming back to my point is that we feel sort of frustrated, probably sitting here, thinking that our leaders now, the Kisan Union leaders, are going forward to these meetings. It absolutely, me, not as a journalist, but as a human being, it frustrates me a little bit that they get in the bus, they drive to the place, they have a little meeting, they come back and say, oh, there's 8 point, there's no point, there's 10 points. But surely the time for those points is not now. They should have dealt with those points a long time ago. So we can see from here that the Indian government is stalling and just waiting for things to cool down or things to go wrong. So what I wanted to ask you was, how much influence do people like yourself or people like Lakasadana, Deep Sidhu, those are the people that we keep hearing. Do you get a chance to speak to those people? And do you get a chance to say to them, look, we want to do this. We want a yes or a no. The time for talking or time for talking about these bills is over. This is what we need to do. Do you get a chance as a young youth to influence their decisions, the people who are going into these meetings?
No, I haven't got the chance, as of now, but definitely I'm looking forward to it. But they are very much seeing the energy of the youth on the protest side every day. So also they are, watching our media bites. They are watching that, every youth is with us and they are in no mood to take a step back. They are very much aware and they are realizing the fact that this government is making us fool, justice delayed is justice denied. Wala hisab ho raha hai. We are realizing that and we are very much understanding this government since 2014 it's doing this way only ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਧੀ ਉਂਗਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਂਗਲੀ ਟੇਢੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ so that's what we have done we are also in no mood to step back we are too determined to fight for it and that's a genuine right that's a genuine demand so I think Deep Sidhu, everybody is even Diljit Dosanjh, the one who has taken the stand, and other leaders also, other faces also who have come out in this total agitation. So I think everybody is so clear. Everybody is in no mood for bargaining, for negotiation. So we are too determined for that. But yes, we want ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ you cannot make fool them for any longer or for a long time. So I think repetitively negotiation because the government itself has realized कि yeah, we do need little bit amendments into it. थोड़ी बहुत गलतियां हैं और थोड़ी बहुत गलतियां नहीं हैं और ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ फेस सेव कर रहे हो अपनी होठ शीशा लेदर करवा रहे हो you should roll back it we are in no mood of negotiation to scrap it off or roll back it that's the only way out to it so I think this is my message because look we don't get because there are a lot of people people are in thousand and lakhs today I think ਇੱਕ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਦਾਦ ਸੀਗੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਭਾਰਤ ਬੰਦ ਸੀਗਾ 8 December so ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੋਕ ਸੀਗੇ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ so it's not easy to approach also because ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜੱਥਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਔਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਲੋਕ ਸੀਗੇ massive beautiful ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀਪੂਰਵਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਸਟ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਉਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਬਟ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਥਰੂ ਹੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ because main media is not covering us not at all and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਨ ਆਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹ ਪੁੱਠੀ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ they are telling totally ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੁੱਛਦੀ ਹੈ to watch news channels the information was totally ulti ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਏਜੰਡਾ ਹੀ ਹੈਗਾ because they are paid news channels if the news channel is being bought by this Ambani and Adani or sponsored by the BJP of course they are not going to show our news so ਅੱਜ ਦਾ worst ਹਾਲ ਇਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਉੱਥੇ because they have put in the jammers there jammers ਲਗਾਏ ਹੋਏ ਸੀਗੇ yeah I was not able to send a WhatsApp text so live video ਤਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ so ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਸੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਏਗਾ ਉਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ ਉਹ ਝੂਠ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਉਹ ਮੇਨ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਝੂਠ ਦੱਸ ਦੇਗੀ
I mean, that's the other worry. That's the other worry is how do you guys communicate with each other? And secondly, if they stop the social media or some of the channels that are showing, if they stop that from coming out, surely, I mean, in this day and age, they're still acting as if there's some gunda from a village, some sardar from a village who owns everything and he can control everybody. And that's how it seems to us. I mean, that's a worry that they will put jammers in there. They will turn the internet off and they will stop people from broadcasting. I mean, how will we tackle that issue? How will you guys tackle that issue?
See, what we have done today, if I'll talk about today, I have seen media channels, those social media, I'm not talking about the main media, what they used to do, they were capturing the video, they were rushing back to their cars in the parking lounges and they were uploading it because they wanted to give the right information. So, okay, karde si aajkal I think option hega Facebook te that we can record the video and live it later on, So they were doing it. So, the only way to tackle, I don't think so, but jidda tusi kiya ki koi gunda raj, definitely it's a gunda raj. They actually wanted, to spread this dahshat all around. They should, people should feel that, oh my God, we cannot do anything in front of this government. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋਈ ਬੋਲੇਗਾ ਅੱਧਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਭੇਜ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਰਵਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਹਾਈਜੈਕ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ so that's what is happening this is kind of a ਮਾਹੌਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਟ ਉਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਿਗਨਿੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਘਰੇ ਸੜ ਕੇ ਮਰੋ ਜਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲੋ ਤੇ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਮਰੋ that's what we have come up with a simple strategy and awareness is very much important so that's what I always say in my interviews ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਾਇਰਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਬਾਹਰ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸੀਗੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਬਾਈਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ I always say we need to educate each other. We need to, make people aware and organize. The most important thing is organize. That our father of the constitution, Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, always, has focused. If you see his readings, he has always focused on that. That it will stay aware and organize people. That's how you can win them. And such kind of fascist powers, the only reason, to stand in front of them, if you're aware, if you're on the roads, because बड़ा सही किसी ने किया जब सरकार संसद आवारा हो जाती है तो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਖਾਲੀ ਨਾ ਛੱਡੋ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਭਰ ਦਿਓ ਅੱਜ ਜੋ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਭਰੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਜੋ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਗਲੋਬਲੀ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਇਟਸ ਜਸਟ दैट ਉਹ ਇਨੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਛੱਡਣਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਨੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ ਲੈਦਰ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਬਟ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ we are not scared but people's movement which
Yeah, I mean, you've mentioned the entertainment industry. Obviously, Punjab 2000 always supported, and we are a musical channel. And how important has that been? The Punjabi or the entertainment industry coming out and supporting the cause. I mean, what role have they played in this?
Amazing. See, once you are a public face, you are more glaring to the people's eye publicly. So there you have, millions of followers, millions of people watching you. So if people love you, for who you are, if people have loved your work, so you owe, certain responsibility towards them. So if you will not speak for it, then, it's just like ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ BJP ਨੂੰ join ਕੀਤਾ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੇ celebrities ਨਾ ਕੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ we have huge hopes from Sunny Deol but what he's doing do you think we are ever going to vote him do you think ever we're going to choose him as a leader ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦ ਵੋਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹੀ ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਗੱਲ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣੀ ਵੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਤੇ ਕਈ ਜਦ ਵੋਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨੀ ਜਦ ਹੱਕ ਮੰਗਣ ਜਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੱਕ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਲਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਆਤੰਕਵਾਦੀ ਇਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੱਕ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ are we terrorists if we are talking about our rights are we terrorists we are not we are asking for our basic rights ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ you are labeling us as आतंकवादीज you're labeling students as Naxalis that's what this government is USP जिसे कहते हैं ना speciality this government has done PhD in labeling people labeling activists and whosoever ask for their rights or speak against it so this government has simple issue to label that particular individual and coming back to your point that of the celebrities see it's really great I'm also grateful and everybody you kind of get that love that energy oh this celebrity this is a public face it has come to he or she has come to our protest ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡਾ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ protest ਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਇਸ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਜੈਨੂਇਨ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਇਹ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਡਰਦਾ ਤੇ why we will get scared ਇਹਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੈਰੀਅਰ ਉਹ ਦਾਅ ਤੇ ਲਗਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ and same goes with the Bollywood and again ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਲਾਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਰਿਆ ਕਾਲਾ ਦਿਸ ਸਕਦਾ ਬਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਹੈਗੇ you cannot see its pain ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਖ ਸਕਦਾ
that's a very valid point you made because I was listening to your point is that Black Lives Matter and every life matters and of course they matter as well but the fact what's happening in your own home in your own garden in your own house why are you not speaking but is it like ped chal kyunki ek chal piya dooja chal piya and it brings them more fame or do they mean it from the heart
no it's a paid chal if heart to hunda te ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਤਾਂ already ਇੰਨਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਹੈਗਾ what more you need ਠੀਕ ਹੈ I understand luxury I understand your lifestyle but you have had enough and ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਗਾ but those who are struggling ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਇਆ ਹੈ it's just because we liked your work we like Bollywood ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ craze ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਲਹਾਲ same goes with the sarkar also government ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਿਠਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਤਾਰ ਵੀ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ we have made them we have voted for them so that's why they are here so, they should speak up for us because they are public face millions of people watching them so same goes with the Bollywood ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਥੋੜੇ ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲੇ I think 3 ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਸੈਲਿਬ੍ਰਿਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੀਗੀ I think ਸੋਨਮ ਕਪੂਰ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਕੱਲ ਪ੍ਰਿਯੰਕਾ ਚੋਪੜਾ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਇਹੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਦੋ ਤਿੰਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਸਪਾਈਨ ਦੱਸੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆਪਣੀ other are all spineless and dead souls ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਕਮੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਦੇ ਗੁਲਾਮ ਤੇ ਦਲਾਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਨਾ we have huge hopes from Amitabh Bachchan what kind of legendary personality he is ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਅਵਾਰਡਸ ਲੈਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਰਾਮਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਐਡਸ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਾਰਮਰਸ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਫਾਰਮ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ that's what I'm saying ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਥਾਲੀ 'ਚ ਛੇਦ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਨਾਲ ਥੁੱਕ ਦਿਓ that's what you are doing ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਫਾਰਮਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ you should have supported the whole movement but nobody is there ਭੇੜ ਚਾਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ अच्छा ओने करता मैं कर दांगी अच्छा ओने नहीं किता मैं भी नहीं करना मैं नहीं ते फंस जा that's what they are doing.
But Dr. Ritu,
Yeah.
is it better late than never? For example, I mean, Gurdas Man Sahib, he came the other day, and some people were saying speak, some people were saying not speak. I mean, he's served his Galam has served the Punjabi community forever as well. So should we, as people, maybe not judge them, and maybe they have their own reasons for not coming forward yet, and maybe coming forward later, but just welcome them that they are joining the protest. And chalde chalde holi holi, ਹਰੇਕ ਪਿੰਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੁੜ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੁੜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. So should we not be judging them as individuals and let them join in the protest?
See, it's not we are judging them. It's just that we're talking about them because we have high and huge hopes from them. We look up to them. We have loved them for who they are. I'm again saying this thing. So we have huge hopes for them. I understand कि तुसी बाच आ जाओ या better late than never वाला हिसाब. But I think जिस समय if you are hungry today, I will give you food. एक साल बाद अब तक ताड़ा कितना कुछ खो जाना है. So it's my responsibility कि मैं ताड़ा टेड उस वेले परा जिस समय that point when you are hungry और एक दो दिन बाद. But इदा दा it's not new. ये होंदा आ रहा है. It's not new. आज होया है, कल होया है. When students were protesting for the fee hike in JNU, nobody spoke that time also for them. So everyone was facing. So आज the challenge नहीं हैगा. This government is strategizing. Everything. It's the plan of the government is basically to privatize everything, to make every system contractualism कर देना, contractual कर देना. कितने government की responsibility ना रहे. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ यूनिवर्सिटी ਵਿੱਚ एक छोटी सी example cite करांगी. Apart from it, यूनिवर्सिटीज ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ किसान ਦਾ ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰ ਦਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਦੂਰੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ from Bihar, from Punjab, from छोटे sectors because Delhi ਦੀ ਮੈਂ particular I'm talking about Delhi because Delhi is a center. So university ਹੈਗੀ multicultural people from different culture ਦੂਰੋਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੜਨ ਦਾ ਸੁਪਨਾ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਨੇ that ਜਿਹੜੇ abroad ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ okay we'll go affordable annual income ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ fees ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੀ ਹੈ. But when this whole system will get into private hands, will go into private hands, contractualism हो जाएगा जिस सारा system ये सब बहुत महंगा हो जाएगा. तो government की करिए एहो जे government sectors it's seen as a profit making agency. So when you see it just like kisan, just like all this farmers protest ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ farmers ਦੀ ਮੰਡੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਂ farmers ਦੇ business ਦਾ ਉਹ profit making agency ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੁਨਾਫਾ ਕਮਾਇਆ ਜਾਏ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਅਲਿਸਟ ਵੱਡੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਕਰਿਆ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਅਮੀਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਗਰੀਬ ਹੋਰ ਗਰੀਬ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਐਂਡ ਵਾਟ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਹੈਪਨ ਦੈਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਮੀਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਔਰ ਅਮੀਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਲੇਬਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਔਰ ਅਦਰ ਮਾਰਜਨਲਾਈਜ਼ਡ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਮਾਈਨੋਰਿਟੀਜ਼ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਖੂਬ ਕੁੱਟਣਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਣੀ ਪੀਣਾ ਰੋਟੀ ਖਾਣੀ ਉਹ ਐਵਰੀਡੇ ਇਸੇ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਲਝਾ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਐਵਰੀਡੇ ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਰਾਤੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਖਾਣੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਦੈਟਸ ਵਾਟ ਦਿਸ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਵਾਂਟ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਲੜ ਮਰੋ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਹੇਟਰਡ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸੋਚੋ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਰੋਜ਼ਗਾਰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਲੀਟਿਜ਼ਮ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹ ਰਾਜ ਕਰਨ ਇਹ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਦੇ ਤੇ ਰੂਲ ਕਰੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ
I mean the English have always been accused of that divide and rule. So it seems like Modi's done all these visits to these countries. He's finally learned that this is the way to rule, and maybe that's what he wants.
Yeah.
So
he has learned it long back. He's learned it long back.
Yeah,
so what he's doing is just putting into practice now.
Yeah, so it was a big setback for him when the Haryana people joined in, Rajasthan joined in, Uttar Pradesh joined in, Maharashtra joined in. So everybody has joined in. Everybody is standing at the doorstep. So my question to you, Dr. Ritu, is understanding, you being a psychologist as well, understanding the psychology of the Indian people, is that these are the people who vote these people in. They forget really quickly, what these people done. And I'm sure in 5-6 years time, people will be voting these people in again. So why do our people not understand that, this is what this, I mean, for example, I was with my dad in India when the whole money thing happened and it was a crisis. It was an absolute crisis. So people could see that this was going this way and nobody raised their voice then. So these are the people that we vote in. Surely the people who vote these people in have got the right to say, these farmers now, to say, look, we're not talking to this minister. We want to talk to Modi. We want to talk to Amit Shah. We want to talk to him in our trolley where we're sitting in our tent where we're sitting. So why are they still going in these buses with their packed lunches and still talking to these people on a nice level? Isn't it time to stand your ground and say, you come to us, we talk to Modi, or we don't talk to anybody?
See, very rightly you have pointed it out, but how can I say? Can you have you seen any such prime minister since 2014 who doesn't have a guts or who's fake? He hasn't done any press conference on his own since 2014. Never addressed our issues. Never addressed the press. Do you know about it? You must.
Hey,
Yeah, this is our prime minister.
he's done a
He's not accessible to us. He's not accessible to us.
he's done a
So where
series with there's a, sorry to interrupt you, Dr. Ritu. He's done a series with this gentleman here called Bear Grylls, when they go and live out in the jungle or in the wild. And Modi has done a series with him. So he sees himself as kind of a funny man, you know, a funny character. He sees himself like that. But when will he take himself seriously, that he's not a joker anymore? He's playing with the livelihoods and the lives of people.
they know he doesn't want to take it serious because he's enjoying it. He knows it that mera jhoot sabse majboot. He knows everything. Why they have kept Modi where he is? That's a very deliberate intention and action. Purposely they have chosen Modi for this job because you need to have that courage and confidence to play with people's life, to lie so beautifully the way he does it every time when he's saying that na koi China se andar aaya hai na koi aaya tha, but they incursion ho chuka tha. They have intruded, and I think 20 of our jawans were killed in that bhed, I think, if you have heard of it. So they have purposely selected Mr. Modi there. And coming back to the point that it's his responsibility to address people's issues, to address the issues of youth, but he's ignoring us. He's not talking to us. He's not coming to the grounds. Definitely, people are asking, people every time. If you see, the main media is only Modi. So basically, Modi is the leader of media. Modi is the prime minister of media. Media made Modi, 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 Modi. So otherwise, if you'll go to the grounds, which you people, get little bit information from the social media, to tanu mil jandi hai, because main media never show. So this whole narrative is, that has been created about the darling prime minister of of our country. ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਜਨਤਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ, ਜਨਤਾ ਦੀ pain, plight, ਉਹ media ਨੇ create ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ. That is so we call him Prime Minister of the Godi media. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Somehow we blame EVM also.
So what you're saying from the ground, that he is more of in a sense, he's more of a puppet, or he's more of a PR man for India rather than the actual prime minister. So are you suggesting that the power is in other hands rather than Modi's hands? So Modi can't make
Of course, because the people sitting there, who are funding him, who are funding the elections of the BJP, the money is coming from the corporate sectors, the money is coming from abroad. The people, sada paisa leke banks to millions of money like so money is coming from that side, so it's getting funded. Or to say inna secure ho, when you're getting inna paisa, when you are so secure, so to say you are sitting in an AC room na, you're not realizing what people are going through. If Modi or Amit Shah will come, he will see farmers kya ki nahi dekh rahe, किस हालात तो नहीं गुजर रहा, किस हालात तो यूथ नहीं गुजर रहा. जब कोरोना कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक होया सीगा, उस वेले इन्नी क्राइसिस सीगी कि किन्ने लोग भुखे मरे ने, पैदल चल चल के लोग अपने घरे पूजे ने. That time also, they have taken in PM fund ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ क्राउड फंडिंग ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਇੰਨਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਆਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗਿਆ ਪੈਸਾ? ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟਲੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਰੈਲੀਜ਼ ਹੋਈਆਂ, ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟਲੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੋਏ, ਸਾਰਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਹੋਇਆ. ਬਟ ਵਾਟ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਦੈਟ ਮਨੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਫੋਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਨਤਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਲਈ, ਜਨਤਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਭਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ, ਕਿਤੇ ਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ. ਸੋ ਦੈਟਸ ਵਾਈ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਡੀਲਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਸਟਰਗਲਿੰਗ. ਉਹੀ ਛੋਟੇ ਮੋਟੇ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਫਾਈਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਲਈ.
Dr. Ritu, also, I mean, a lot of people are joining on Facebook and everything. So thank you to everybody. Can I just say thank you so much? I am getting your messages and I am trying to ask your questions to Dr. Ritu. And all of them, honestly, they're supportive of you and they're saying we need more people like you, more youth
so much.
more sort of educationally aware people, and more people aware of what's going on in the world. So thank you very much for everybody's messages. What I was going to say is that a lot of the messages are coming in to say, what can we do sitting in America, New Zealand, in Canada, in England? How can we further support you guys? What can we do to help you even more?
I think you guys are doing your bit, whatever you can from there. You are sending your helps. I think already some of them are in touch with their, families or the associations ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ. But what best you can do is to, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ support ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, it should continue, and it should continue in forms of, these media bites, videos, and support in other forms. You can talk about our issues, ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ protest ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, agitation ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ, and also you can, such things put pressure on the government here in India ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ ਲੈਦਰ ਬਾਹਰ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ educate ਕਰੋ, aware ਕਰੋ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਲਈ, not only your own people but others too. See, in what this kind of circumstances our farmers are dealing with these issues, ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ aware ਕਰੋਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੰਗਾ, because ਜਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ protest ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ, we feel so happy, we feel so happy, ਔਰ ਇੰਨਾ ਇੱਕ support ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ it's not ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਛੋਟੀ ਜੀ ਬਾਈਟ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਥੱਲੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹੀ that small initiative, ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਐਫਰਟ ਸੀਗਾ, it was so beautiful, ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਇੰਨੀ એનર્ਜੀ ਆਈ ਸੀਗੀ, ਸਾਈਕੋਲੋਜੀਕਲੀ ਵੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਮਿਲੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਨਾ, ਇੰਨਾ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ. ਓਕੇ, ਐਂਡ ਆਲਸੋ ਵਾਸ ਅ ਸ਼ੇਮਫੁਲ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਟੂ ਅ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਲਾਈਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਈ, ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ, ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਸਟ ਕਰੇ, ਐਂਡ ਦ ਪਰਸਨ ਹੂ ਇਜ਼ ਸਿਟਿੰਗ, ਉਹ ਇੰਨੀ ਦੂਰ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਦਿਸ ਗਿਆ, ਹੀ ਰਿਅਲਾਈਜ਼ਡ that those bills are wrong. He has realized ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਲਤ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਸਦਾ, ਸਭ ਦਿਸਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, but your intentions are not true.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we are getting a lot of your information coming through to us, but I don't know if you guys are getting the information that's coming from the UK, I mean, and from Canada, and there's a massive march in San Francisco. There's a massive march in Canada. There was a big rally in Germany, and the German farmers joined in. The English German farmers joined in, and we had a massive a rally in London this Sunday as well. So we are doing all we can, and I think for a lot of people who are asking on Facebook, what can you do, and I think you can write into your local MPs, let them know your issues, and obviously although we're sitting abroad, and let them know what's going on. So these issues can be taken up in Parliament, and they can be mentioned in Parliament, and they can be brought up before, and I think Sky News did a big feature today, so finally it is getting out there. But I suppose jo besharam wo besharam hunda ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ, ਤੇ ਪਰ ਕਿਸੇ as my mom says, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਿਨ ਤੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਆਊਗੀ, and I think which is
ਨਹੀਂ ਆਊਗੀ. how I'll tell you, ਇਹ people's movement ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ, ਇਹ movement ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਾਵਰ ਹੈਗੀ, because you chase your democracy, ਲੋਕਤੰਤਰ, your rights, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਟਰਮਸ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ because we are more aware of these things. So ਜਿਹੜਾ peaceful protest ਕਰਨਾ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ, it's your constitutional right. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋ, no government, here in India or abroad also, has the right to stop it. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ, ਲਾਠੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਠਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਟੀਅਰ ਗੈਸ, ਇਹ ਉਹ, it's just like your dictatorship, man. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਗੁੰਡਾ ਰਾਜ ਹੈਗਾ, that's what you have done, but ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ because farmers were asking for their rights ਨਾ, peaceful protest ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀਗੇ, so that's your right, you're chasing it. So constitution, that's what I'm saying. And also one more thing, मैं इथों तोड़े medium तो कहना चाहूँगी, it's very very important to protect our constitution, because I don't find the intentions of this government, to keep it safe or to protect it. They are doing everything which is not written in our constitution or which is against it. So today we are sitting there. Today I am talking to you, and I am, ਜਿਹੜੀ power which ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਪੂਰਨ ਬਹੁਮਤ, full majority, the government, I'm talking against it. That's I'm chasing my constitutional right, the voice of the dissent. Jeda is government the pura tarika, I always say the voice of the dissent ki hega. You should have the courage to hear me if I'm opposing you. I'm telling you tadi galti tanu sunna pega, because I'm chasing my right. I can oppose you, that's my constitutional right. But je tusi मैं tanu oppose कर रही हां, लेकिन जे तुसी सोचोगे मेरा अपोज करिए, मेरा गला वाड़ दूं, then you are wrong, my dear. Then your understanding of the whole constitution about your rights is wrong. Then you are being dictator. You are, oh, tada gunda aa jayega, you are ruling me, overpowering me. So ये मेरा constitution right हैगा. और ऐसे करके सानू बहुत कुछ face करना पिया सीगा. बड़े activist सीगे, To tell you a short, story here, I've lost my job. I was working as an assistant professor. The right moment last year, I finished my PhD. I got into a college. I was working as an assistant professor there. So this whole BJP regime, we are into their eyes. Okay, je ਇਹ ਇੰਨੀ aware ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ. She comes from this community. ਇਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੋਲਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ. ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ 10 ਹੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ. ਫਟਾਫਟ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੱਢੋ system ਤੋਂ. But ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਬੰਦ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ. My case is still going with the court. Next hearing, so it's a judicial process. It takes time. So next hearing is very soon hearing. So I will win the case for sure because my case is very strong. They have nothing against me. But yeah, this is a genuine issue. If you'll see my YouTube channel, everything is there. Dr. Ritu, the channel, तो सब कुछ हैगा. So बहुत बड़ा agitation होया सीगा, protest होया सीगा. They just wanted to shut me, and many others like me. So we are on at their target. मतलब you cannot. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ. But we, as the safeguards, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਜਾਂ lover ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ, ਆਪਣੇ constitution ਨੂੰ protect ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿੰਮਾ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. Because of our constitution, we are here today.
Yeah. Is it still in India? Is it still a man's world then? Is that what it is? That women have, from where we're sitting and like you sitting and all the women speaking that up against or activists against it? It seems like very much a man's world still, even in the politic arena. So we need more people like you to come forward and for you to inspire so many other people there as well. So we could have spoken to anybody, but we're speaking to you because I think you guys possibly are the future and inspiring my daughters, for example, to fight for their rights. Dr. Ritu, obviously I know you quite hot there and it's quite late as well, so I do appreciate. So just a couple of questions. Do you see a solution to this? Is there a solution? Will we go back to our farming with some points corrected, or will we go back with the 3 bills being ripped up? Is that possible? Can that happen? Will that happen?
That cannot happen. No way to it. We are too determined for it. They have to take it back today or tomorrow, any day. That's their choice. ਇਹ ਅੰਦੋਲਨ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਜਦ ਮੋਦੀ ਜੀ ਚਾਹ ਜਾਣਗੇ. It's into their hands. ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਤੇ ਛੱਡਿਆ. ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਅੱਜ ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ. Take it back. We are happy. We'll go back, but we'll not go back otherwise. So eh ho jayega. Don't think we are even not going to talk about on any negative things because a lot of positive we have got from this andolan. And state have also internally they have realized their mistake. They have realized ki panga kide naal le aaye. So we are not talking about ਅੱਛੀ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਹਿਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਆਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ 3 ਬਿੱਲ ਵਾਪਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ. ਇਹ ਹੋ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦਾ. You will see the results very soon because we are too determined to it, and it will happen because truth, sooner or later, it will win, and you will see it. It will.
I mean, there's a meeting tomorrow. So what are we expecting from this meeting tomorrow, or the result of tomorrow? Because Bharat was closed today between 11 and 3:30. I think Bharat came to a standstill today. So that's a huge statement in itself. So I mean, how long can this battle keep going? How long can people?
As long as BJP wants. As long as BJP wants. Yeah. Because Kisans are full, they have full, determination and full with the ration for 6 months, and they're getting everything. So they are not on a picnic basically. But ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ. ਜਦ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਔਰ ਗੋਲ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਤਿਹ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣੀ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਇੰਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ. ਮੋਦੀ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਵਾਂਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਾਤੋਂ ਰਾਤ ਡਿਮੋਨੇਟਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਦੋ, ਰਾਤੋਂ ਰਾਤ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਹਰਕਤਾਂ ਕਰ ਦੋ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪੂਰਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੂਰੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਹਾਕਾਰ ਮਚ ਜਾਏ, ਪੂਰਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਸਫਰ ਕਰੇ. So our intentions are very clear. We don't have ill and bad intentions. So our intentions are very clear and true. So ਅਸੀਂ fully prepared ਹੈਗੇ ਆ. And coming back to the point of the government tomorrow, what they are going to say, I think we have huge hopes. And if they want that peace should prevail, if they want, to restore the brotherhood, the we feeling in our country, they should, hold some sense of responsibility for what they are sitting there in the power, and they must, take it back, roll back it, and give whatever our demands are. Farmers are demanding, and to give a happy decision if they want to want to rule us again, if they want to sit in the power again. Because yes, again I'm saying bitha sakde hain te tar bhi sakde hain. So इसलिए youth ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ equally responsible ਹੈਗਾ, immense support, beautifully they are dedicated on the roads and supporting farmers. So they have taken the responsibility कि ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ नहीं हटने वाले. So सरकार ਨੂੰ ਇਹ समझ आना चाहिए because ये तो अभी अंगड़ाई है, आगे और लड़ाई है.
Are you getting support of how the people inside Delhi are feeling? Because obviously all the roads are blocked to Delhi. So सारी सड़कें दिल्ली ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ गईयां. So until Delhi speaks itself, Delhi says something to the government to say, look, you need to sort this out because, we are short of food, we are short of water or whatever. Will Delhi speak out and will Delhi put the pressure with the people, put the pressure on Modi to do this?
See, I believe that they should do it. And as far as the problems are concerning, I don't think so because in a beautiful and a shanti purvak andolan jehda hoya hai aur jehda ho raha hai, because kisans are trying their best. ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ fight ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ commoner ਨੂੰ, ਜਨਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ problem ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ. They have blocked the road just because ਕਿ government ਨੂੰ ਇਹ feel ਹੋਏ pain ਕਿ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ problems ਬਹੁਤ genuine ਹੈਗੀਆਂ. ਅਸੀਂ ਠੰਡ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਕੇ, ਠੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ ਕੇ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹਾਂ. तो वो ਜਿਹੜਾ पेन लेके ਉੱਥੇ बैठे, this is wanted क्योंकि ਉਹ गवर्नमेंट ਨੂੰ ਰਿਅਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਐਜੀਟੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ. ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਇੰਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਕਮਨਰ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੋਏ ਔਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਹਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਨੇਜ ਹੋ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ. ਕੋਈ ਰਸਤਾ ਦੂਜੀ ਤਰਫ ਤੋਂ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ. ਬਟ ਆਈ ਬਲੀਵ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਘੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਆਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ 15 ਮਿੰਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਸਤਾ ਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਲੋਗੇ. These are little problems people are going through, but everyone is supporting. The best thing is that nobody is like hi ऐ की हो गया, ऐ नहीं होना चाहिए, अपने करे जाओ. No, everybody is saying that okay, you sit there, you protest, you ask for your right, we are supporting you, no matter what. We will face this problem.
The reports we're getting through to the outside world is that the people of Delhi have been really nice. People have opened up their homes. People have given their facilities to the using toilets or showering. ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਲੱਗਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਬਦਾਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਲੱਗਾ. So I think ਮੇਰੇ ਭਾਂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮਾਮਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਬਦਾਮ ਵਿਕਦੇ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਘਰ ਬੈਠਾ ਕੀ ਕਰਦਾ, ਚੱਲ ਚੱਕ. I'm just saying, but obviously worries us that people will get frustrated. ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ, is that what they're waiting for? Okay, holy. I mean, there was a video going viral today where the police had arrested some young youths at middle of the night. And there was a video going where there's been fights against the police or from both sides, lathi charge. So unrest, that's what worries us. Jado unrest hone lappi, then things could go worse.
See, I tell you, no, they will not. They'll not. I tell you the fact. The intentions hagiyan. Definitely, this is not police who is doing it. These are the intentions of the government because order utto aanda hai na. They are giving them order to do this. They are definitely they are doing their job. Police is doing their job. Whatever the order is coming, they are following that. But that's what, this government is doing for now. It's a quite long time. They are doing it. They are arresting the protesters who are protesting. Yeah, ground is jede baithe ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਪਾਣੇ ਨਾਲ protest ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ. But we are not scared. I tell you the fact, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਜੇਲਾਂ ਘੱਟ ਹੋਣ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ. ਜਿੰਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਰ ਲਓ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਜੇਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਰਨੇ. ਆ ਜੱਥਾ, ਆ ਚੀਜ਼ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਊਗੀ. ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਟਾਂਗੇ. ਇਹ ਡਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ. ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਨਾ.
ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਰੋਟੀ ਵੀ ਦੇਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ
ਹੈ. ਰੋਟੀ ਵੀ ਦੇਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ. ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਐਕਸਪੋਜ਼ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਆਪਣੀ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ ਲੈਦਰ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਗੇ, ਹੋਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਐਲਿਟੀ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ ਕੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਏਗੀ. ਕੀ ਕਰ ਲੋਗੇ, ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ ਪੜ ਲੋਗੇ. ਸਾਡੀ ਰਗਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਗਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦਾ ਖੂਨ ਹੈਗਾ. You need to remember that this nation belongs to Bhagat Singh, Abdul Kalam Azad. This nation belongs to Phule. There are Baba Ambedkar, there is Gandhi. This nation belongs to all of them, Chandrasekhar Azad. So we are their generations. So we are holding the responsibility. Ki asi
Okay, I think there's every possibility that they have jammed our signal, but I'm not sure. But thank you to everybody who's tuning in, who's sending the support and sending the love going out to India. Now, I'm sure Dr. Ritu can hear me, but she possibly can't see me because it seems like that we have lost the connection. So if I can get her back, we will get her back. Just in case we can't, just to say thank you to Dr. Ritu. I know, I've got you back. I got worried and I thought, jam kar diya unhe. Jump kar
हाँ
diya.
हाँ हो गया वो
Internet.
आई थिंक which कुछ हो जाएगा.
So at least they're listening to us. So at least they're listening to us. At least they're listening to us. So Dr. Ritu, before you go, then I've got one question actually. What does this mean for the people of Punjab, or indeed the people of Maharashtra, or people will they choose wisely next time they vote? Will they think clearly when they vote, or does that mean the young generation, the young youth, is ready to move forward? And will this change the Congress parties in Punjab, or the Badal or the Akali Dal parties in Punjab? Is this a big haluna, as we say, for those parties to say, wake up, where are you now? Why are we standing here? Surely you represent us, you should be here.
Of course, this is very, very alarming, This is very alarming and worrying something to them also. And if you talk about youth is 100% ready. If you see here in India, the role of opposition is being played by the youth. There is no opposition here in India. Everybody either, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਸਤਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਏ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਾਹ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਏ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਭਟਕ ਗਏ ਹੋ. That's what is happening. ਸਾਨੂੰ opposition ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ we have high hopes. But here in India today, the role of the opposition is being played by the youth, the social activists, the people like us. We are asking questions to the government. We are asking, ah, law galat hai, eh galat hai. We are going on the roads and protesting and doing everything, whatever bit we are doing our best, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. But ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ opposition ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ, ਕੁਝ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ what they are doing. ਕਿ ਰਸਤਾ ਭਟਕ ਗਏ ਆ, ਭੁੱਲ ਗਏ ਆ. If you ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ, the
I think it is night time there in India, and I think connection problems are coming. So can I just say a big thank you to Dr. Ritu. Thank you very much for joining us from all the way from India, from the front line, and she's been very vocal in what she's saying. So thank you to you, everybody who's been tuning in. Dr. Ritu, I think obviously it's getting late as well, I'm just saying a big thank you to you. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work, and obviously keep in touch with us. And who knows, you could be the next CM of Punjab, or wherever you want to be. I mean, is there a career in